Well, it was Russell Wilson Day. That's what we're figuring. Each quarterback gets their day, right? And day 2 of the Seahawks practice was the first time they hit with pads. And Russell Wilson, who we got a great podcast up with on the webpage for you to listen to, was kind enough to come over and talk with us a little bit after his first day. And I don't think he did anything to disappoint anyone necessarily.
No, you listen to it, you watch him, you see a guy who's extremely confident, a guy who doesn't seem bothered or intimidated by anything that's going on here. It's still very early. But he's a guy that we talked about. As soon as you hear him speak, you sense that leadership. You sense a guy that's loaded with confidence, but not cocky. He's just a guy who's just, he kind of sells you on him. Mm-hmm. You know, we can talk about how he's not this tall and he's not going to be able to see over the line. He's too short. And then you hear him speak and you go, I think he's going to be okay. I think he's good. And we actually looked at his numbers from college, and he in 300 plus passes last year. When you compare him to Andrew Luck and RG3 and Whedon and Tannehill, he had 2 passes batted down.
0.05% or something like that?
0.6 and 0.5 was Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
So not a problem.
No. It doesn't look like he's going to have many problems, especially when it comes to confidence and things like that. I thought one of the interesting things in talking to him, too, was bringing up the fact that he went from, he kind of had a rookie year before his rookie year this year, leaving North Carolina State after 3 years, going to Wisconsin, trying to win over a brand new locker room, win over a whole bunch of new guys, become the starting quarterback, which he did, and have success. It's sort of the same thing that you got to do if you're going to do it in the NFL. And he talked a little bit about how he thought that was something of an advantage for him compared to other rookies.
Right. He also talked about just adapting to new teammates, new locker rooms, as you said, through pro baseball.
Right.
So, he had to do that in baseball. He had to do it in college from NC State to Wisconsin. So he's a guy he's got sort of an infectious personality, infectious optimism when you hear him speak. And I could see him being very easy for guys to gravitate towards. And we'll see what ultimately he ends up being as a quarterback. But he's a guy like Matt Flynn, who we spoke to in the room here back during the minicamp. He didn't have to say anything, and you sensed his confidence. Yeah. He had an air about him. With Russell, it takes him speaking. He didn't really have that when he sat down, but as soon as he starts speaking, you sense his confidence. So they both have it, but they both express it, and it comes across in different ways.
I don't know if I'd bet on him being the starter, but I wouldn't feel comfortable betting against him. Not on most things.
I like him on this roster.
Definitely.